Bobby, do you want to go first and, kind of share what you have cooking right now? Do a screen share, walk us through your format, your presentation, and we'll follow your lead.
All right.
If you're ready, or if not, Nick's smiling and grinning.
He's ready, huh? I'm ready.
Dude, whenever you get on these calls with Bobby, if you're not ready, she's gonna yell at you. So
I don't yell.
Yes, you do. Don't lie.
Okay.
All right, guys. This one is it's about a 5 1/4 cap. It is a mixed use shop and office space and shop space. The tenants have been in there forever. It's built in 2006 or 8. 20,000 square foot is a government office lease till 2027. It's already been approved, but every year it comes up for budget. Make sure it's in the budget. The government lease is with Avondale, Goodyear, and Buckeye. It's Southwest Advocacy for Women and Children. And then your tenants in the retail are Edward Jones, National Hearing Group, Rose Hair Arts, which is a mom and pop, and then the sushi restaurant. They have 2 locations. So it's pretty good price points, pretty nice bumps. The hair salon just signed a 5-year, the hearing signing a 3-year, and then the sushi's holding out. He has another 2 years left, but he's holding out. Yeah, has a good NOI. It's clean. It's right on Pebble Creek Parkway, north of I-10. It's in the growth area. All around it are, this is all multifamily. That single family or single family rental, if you will, the flat. The city of Goodyear is building 100,000 square foot of office, and their city center right behind us. But it's good. All this is being all built out. This is the wash, so that's flood. Any questions on it? I know the cap's a little bit low, but it's built still below replacement value, and they're banking on that government lease. Any takers? Do I have an offer?
Sold. How long have you had this out there?
I just put it out mid-January, so almost a month.
Pretty fresh. Okay, cool. No, that's great.
I'll take feedback too.
I just have a question.
Can you move it over to Scottsdale?
Then I could get a 5 cap.
Yeah.
As we're doing this, like Nick, had you seen that? Guys, have you seen that? Like Bobby, through your email broadcasts, are we going to end up like seeing stuff that we've already seen, or is that new to all you guys? Because I know I've got so many in my inbox, I can't keep track of them.
I've seen it. She blasted it out last month, like you said. I remember seeing it.
Okay. Gents?
New to me, but I get a little overwhelmed with blasts as well, so I may have missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it hit. What's the price per foot on it? Sorry.
Like 260,
Okay.
265.
And then does the sushi, do they report sales? I don't know if I caught that or not.
They do not. They are, I just met with them, and their takeout is up 30%, and I think their income went down 10, the amount in 10%.
Okay. Do they have any concessions throughout COVID? I mean, I'm sure a little bit.
I think the hair salon and the sushi, I think, had 1 month.
Oh,
And then we tacked it on to the back. Oh, and the hearing had 1 month, and we added it to the back end.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
All right. Well,
I was wondering why you guys were so close there, Matt and Mark. Like, is my screen messed up?
That's the
They're
whole.
not socially distancing.
It could almost look like a split screen the way you guys have got that
I know.
between you.
Right. That's what I thought that
Um,
line was.
Bobby, you get to nominate our next presenter to keep them on their toes.
Ooh. Well, Nick, since your mic is not muted. Oh.
I can change that really fast. So, that's fine. Here, let me throw, this is one that I haven't put up yet. Let me share this. Hopefully y'all can see this. So this is a property I sold. It was a vacant Jack in the Box right over there by the hospital. We've been waiting for the tenant to open. They just got the exterior remodel done. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and resell it. CBD, they have 2 locations, one up in Northwest Valley and Simon's property, then this one, and then they got 2 others planned. And so obviously they've got some financial backing from a group out of Washington State, pretty sizable net worth. And like I said, they're going to try to do a fast track, but it was a redevelopment. The thing I would just kind of point to, there's the hospital. This little piece right here is future expansion of docks that are looking. And then this apartment complex right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. It just got remodeled. It's sold recently, and the guys are basically doing a major renovation on that. And so that is going on right now. So having a little coffee shop, drive through, it's going to probably do very well at this location. So originally they were supposed to be open by the end of last year. Obviously everything kind of getting pushed a little bit. The one thing about this that's nice is it is going to be a 10-year lease with annual increases. So once he gets open, we're going to restructure his lease just to make sure it has a new fresh 10-year starting term on it. So price point, just under $1.4 million, cap rate's aggressive, but there's really nothing in that price range right now that's out there. But my guy, he wants to just hurry up and get it sold. And so, he's a developer. He likes to buy vacant, put a tenant in, do some remodel, and then move on to the next one. So that's what we're doing here.
So CBD, that's not medical marijuana, right? So there's no issue with
Coffee brewed differently, but it will have CBD infusion in some of their drinks.
Is there going to be issues with getting debt on it?
No, I don't think so. I've already had it quoted by a couple of local credit unions, and they've seemed to be fine with it.
I think CBD's okay, just the other.
Right. It's not the recreational side of things. Let's just put it that way.
Cannabis. By the way, I'm going to give a plug for West Valley Commercial Real Estate Group. Friday, February 18th at 8:30 in the morning, we have a cannabis attorney that's going to be presenting about is it really legal, is it not? And that's all she does is cannabis internationally. So she's pretty cool speaker. Zoom, of course. Sorry,
awesome,
Nick.
Bobby. Thank you. Nick, just a heads up, I ran into a little CBD fiasco with Wells Fargo when I was selling that Maricopa building because the smoke shop carried CBD. They wouldn't touch the loan. So maybe the big boys will be tough, but the smaller local folks will go for it.
Yeah, local banks and credit unions have no problem with it. You're right. Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, they basically kind of redlined anything that has CBD related to it, just because of the national situation.
Well, appreciate you bringing the off-market goodness before it's widely broadcasted.
Right. I got another one that's off market, but it might be gone by the end of today. So
tease us anyway.
That one. Huh? Yeah.
Tease us anyway.
Yeah, so you should be seeing this one too. It's the old Trails building over on 24th Street in Indian School. I probably have an escrow by the end of today, though. I met an owner user there yesterday. It's just kind of a fun story. I work on a lot of small deals like this that are vacant that can get redeveloped, and sure enough, one phone call and it was sold. So there you have it.
Are they going to scrape it?
No, there's actually, I don't know if you can see, but that second story is a fully functional 1-bedroom apartment up there. It's got a full kitchen, it's got bathroom, shower, everything. And then downstairs on the first floor is just an open 1,700 square foot real retail box. Obviously it's ugly right now because it's been, sitting there and unoccupied for a while. But the plan is a little bit of exterior remodel, get the parking lot fixed up, and then potentially just we actually, while I was standing there with the buyer, it was funny. A potential tenant walked up saying, "Hey, been trying to find out how I could lease the building," and we just kind of chuckled and said, "Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow." That's Indian School Road for you right there.
Well, congrats. Knock on wood. That was a quick one.
Yeah,
Brought
literally, I
it out
signed the
and sold
listing
it in a
agreement. I
day.
signed the listing agreement on Friday. Had a offer on Monday. So today's
Are
Tuesday.
they
We'll
gonna
probably
do
have a
cash
contract.
or seller carry?
It'll be a seller carry opportunity, which is kind of fun.
Love it. Love it. Anything else you want to present, Nick? I see more tabs up there.
You see a whole bunch of tabs, huh? No, that's fine. I'll stop with the two because these haven't been on the market. The other one was just a price adjustment on Rural Broadway. I'm sure everybody saw that notice yesterday. So.
All right, ping pong, Nick. You get to nominate our next presenter.
Let's hear what's going on in Matt and Mark's world. Come on, fellas, what's happening?
Not too much. Just kidding. So you guys have probably seen our Pep Boys listing. Matt is working on the screen share right now. It's off 35th Avenue in Cactus. We just brought this back out to the market. It's a larger box, roughly 23,000 square feet. Let me know if you guys can see this thing. Are we good? Thumbs up. Okay, solid. So roughly a 23,000 square foot box. They've got a little bit under 2 years remaining on it. We did talk to Pep Boys real estate department. They would demise their space to roughly 7,000 to 9,000 square feet, which obviously opens up an opportunity for another tenant to go into 12 to 14,000 square feet, and that could also work as well. Due to the large size of the parcel, it sits on just under 3 acres. There could be a possibility to put a freestanding building that would be on 35th Avenue. It's an interesting piece because of the larger shopping center that's just north of it. The good thing is you do have a lot of density, a lot of traffic counts. It's a little bit better than a blue collar neighborhood. The demos were actually, kind of caught me by surprise when we were initially looking at it. But it could be an opportunity that would be solid for, maybe even an industrial use down the line as well, if you wanted to go that route. They're paying rent. They had a little bit of rent forgiveness during COVID, but they're doing fine. Even when we went to the location during COVID, they were cranking every single bay. There were people in the lobbies, obviously with their masks on, but everything was good.
Ask on that one is just under 4 million right now.
Yeah, our guy's actually willing to get a deal done. So, be aggressive with it. I know it's at a 6.52 cap, but I think there's a good amount of flex in there. Questions, comments, complaints?
You said 2 years left?
Yeah, just under 2 years left. So it expires in December of 2022.
Are they gonna stay or leave or?
Yeah, they'll stay and they'll actually do a blend and extend for 10 years. They just need to demise their space. So there's like a former retail location where the larger Pep Boys, they were, doing their warehouse operations, selling parts out of the larger storefront. They only need the auto repair portion now that fits their format going forward. And this was based off my conversation with the director of real estate about 2 months ago.
Have you had any lenders kind of take a pre-run at it? Because I would think with 2 years of term, that's going to make them really skittish.
Yeah.
And then would love to hear more about the pad opportunity. How much has that been fleshed out or?
Not too many groups have gone down the path of the pad on 35th Avenue. I think it could be a smaller, footprint store, let's say 1,000 to 1,200 square feet. With that visibility and those traffic counts, that would be phenomenal. Going back to the lender requirements, it's going to be higher LTV for sure, probably 40, 50%. Just due to the lease term remaining.
Okay. Well, we could probably put a CBD coffee out front.
Perfect. Let's do it.
You want one.
Yeah, I'm already jealous that mine is not a CBD coffee.
I know.
Cool. Looks good. I mean, so you guys took this back out. Was there anything noteworthy that happened between kind of the first go around and this one?
First go around,
Like
it
two-
was, I think, just with everything, when we initially took it out, it was a lot of uncertainty with COVID, and we took it off
Yeah.
for about, I want to say a month or two, and, wanted to hit the reset button with everything going on. And I think it's our seller motivation as well, with him, wanting to move on from this asset and move it back up to the Bay Area where he's from, which is unlike a lot of investors these days. But yeah,
The opposite.
cool.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to present? I think we've got enough time to do one more for sure.
We're working on a distribution facility. We'll have some more information on that. It's in where the Loop 202 extension extends to the I-10, and it's a $2.2 million deal. Nothing huge by any means, but for some exchange folks out there, it could be a solid opportunity. It's a mission critical facility. So
Cool. Awesome, guys. Jason, that
All
leaves
right.
you.
This may be something you're familiar with, Sean. Sean just
Hopefully you guys have all seen this by now. I've been screaming from a mountaintop that I bought it, releasing
so
it.
Sean bought this in late December, and it just got redone doing the parking lot. We don't have any photos of that quite yet, so we'll update the flyer when we do that. We're also
Got them last night. So
oh, you
that
did get
has
them
been
last
done.
night? Oh, perfect. This is at the southeast corner of Gilbert and University, and the asking rate is $14 a square foot. We've got an outpad building that has the possibility of a drive-through. And we've got about 6,000 square feet of contiguous space. Now, Sean's going to get real aggressive with capital improvements and tenant improvements, as well as a facade improvement. If we can get to this picture, facade improvement that's going to be getting done by, what did we say, Q2 22 or something like that?
Hopefully faster than that.
Yeah, Q2 21. And here we have a site plan. You can see where we have the contiguous space here and the pad building that's got the possibility for the drive-through. We're aggressively marketing this thing. We just finished up the flyer. We're ready to do a CDX blast on this thing and get rocking and rolling on that. But we've aggressively marketed to 600 direct users and Facebook messages, and got a good read rate and reply rate on that. So we're tracking down the guys that have had multiple openings of the emails and running through their stuff. So right about now, that's about it. We've got good traffic counts on University and Gilbert Road at 28,000 on Gilbert and 21 on University. So a total of 40, just under 50,000. Here's some current photos of the center. And that's about it for the flyer at this point. We're going to make some amendments, like we said, and then here's a rendering of the new monument sign that we're going to be putting up.
Jason, I know the folks on this Zoom today are more buy-sell focused. Is there anything else you have listed for sale that you would want to showcase?
Nothing that I'm permitted to release yet.
Okay.
I've got two things in the works right now, but I haven't been permitted to release it to the public yet.
Well, we're not the public. Come on.
We are broadcasting live on Facebook. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. I don't want to get myself in trouble. Yeah, and then have a couple other things in escrow on the buy side with a client. But I just wanted to get this guy in front of you guys, just because we're aggressively marketing this thing and looking for tenants.
Yeah, as we're doing this, I'm realizing it probably makes more sense to have like the leasing folks chatting amongst themselves and then the buy sell, because Nick and Bobby, this probably isn't going to be something that you spend a minute on, right? So that's just maybe
Well,
something.
knowing that it's yours, Sean, I might spend a couple minutes on it for you.
Well, and what you can probably be pretty confident is that I'll get it filled up and take it back out to market. So
Exactly.
there could be an opportunity to bring in a nice stabilized, fully occupied building here. And I don't know, we'll see. If I can get it done in a year or less, I'll be really excited.
Is that an opportunity zone?
It's not, at least not that I'm aware of. I haven't looked at
No,
that
it's
stuff
not.
too much, just because 10 years is a long time in my book to hold
Yeah.
on to something. And I don't see too many deals where I'm going to put double the investment into it, unless it's probably a complete tear down. So what we do, guys, since we all presented for a minute, is just go around the horn. So you kind of shared what you have. Would love to hear what you all want. In addition, if you've got buyers looking, or something where we might be able to marry it up with whatever else you all have in the pipeline. Bobby, do you want to take it?
Yeah, I'll jump in. I have a 1031 exchange buyer looking, or he closed February 1st on one, another one closing March 1st. He likes the single triple net deals. Hard to find. Basically, we've been looking at anywhere between a 5 and a 6 cap. So whatever, if you guys have anything. I also am looking, I know this is leasing, but I'm looking for a bank tenant for a standalone building in DC Ranch, Pima Road. You guys know anybody looking?
Just to clarify, you want a bank as a tenant, or you're trying to find a building to put your bank in?
I have a bank building, looking for a bank tenant to come in, and yeah.
And then with your exchange, give us a sense of the dollars, like how much?
Oh yeah, good question. 2.5 to 3 million. I mean 4 million.
Does this mean that Bobby has to buy the first round of drinks since her phone went off on a live Zoom call? I mean, come on.
The money phone is ringing.
Yeah, I think that definitely requires her to buy a first round, Bobby. Come on.
Right.
She's still on mute.
That could be the new format, Nick. We move this to happy hour, and every time someone says 10:31, you take a shot.
Oh God, we'd be drunk by 10:30 in the morning.
Just one more thing, Bobby. So is that his whole dollar amount between those two exchanges, or is there more money coming?
He can have more money coming.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right.
But he likes the single triple net deal.
There's a good CBD coffee shop coming up.
Exactly.
Okay. Nick, do you want to jump in next? Thank you, Bobby.
So I got two good clients of mine. One's in an exchange, but it doesn't close until September, $1.8 million. And then the other guy is just a high net worth investor that first time investor. I seem to work with a lot of those. And he's got about $1.5 million that he's wanting to deploy in commercial real estate. We're probably going to do very modest leverage, probably 35-40% down. So, we might leverage up to one, $5 million, the other one probably $4 million is probably where we're going to top out at. Risk profile, since one is an exchange, he wants to obviously mitigate risk. He's just looking for cash flow. So again, kind of triple net type buyer as well. CBD didn't work for him, unfortunately. But the other gentleman, we're looking at maybe 3-4 tenant type properties as well, those little pad buildings, load management. So anything like that right now, I've been on the hunt for a couple of those deals right now, and just, seeing a few, obviously what Chad's put out, but nothing seems to be fitting right now. So.
All right. We've got another exchange buyer. It seems like that's the hot commodity these days. They're in, I believe, a $2.5 to $3 million exchange. They close March 1st. So obviously we're putting anything and everything in front of them, looking for either single tenant, long-term leases. They're not really afraid of low caps. And that's pretty much West Coast preferred that they're looking at as well. So anything out of state is fine. Beaksy?
Yeah, I mean, sort of same thing. Talking to a lot of people looking for national credit, and it's just tight right now. So, any place on the West Coast, most of the dollar store sort of people I've been talking to are looking even lower amounts. So, looking to expand their horizons a little too. If you've got anything.
And both of those are just single tenant.
Yeah, single tenant at least.
All three of your buyers want single tenant. Or Nick, maybe you didn't specify. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Single tenant or small pad buildings.
What is it, just for my own education? Are they spooked by multi-tenant, or is it too much work?
It's the
Or they want the credit and the name brand in the long term?
Yeah, it's it's pretty much the work and the management side of things, which honestly, if you have like a 3 or a 4 tenant deal, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, for me, but it's their preference. I mean, a lot of them are retired and this is just a passive source of income for them. And that's really what they're looking at the end of the day.
Cool. There is plenty of money running around. Okay, Jason, do you want to go through a want that you're looking
Yeah.
for?
So what I've been looking for is I need about 8 to 10 acres of dirt, either anywhere along the 303 or I-17 on a full diamond interchange, right off the TI. It's for a national long haul trucking company that we've done 35 deals with. And they're all cash buyers, and they're in 42 states with about 455 locations. They don't like me spreading their name around there too much. We've got a couple in escrow with them in California right now, but they would die to be on I-17 and 303 and the new 202 extension. We've got looking at a couple pieces down there, but they're rather large. So if you know of anything, on the 10-acre side on the new 202, that would be great.
What kind of zoning? What are they going to do with it? Sorry, Nick.
It's going to be
No,
a travel stop, a truck travel stop, long haul.
I'm assuming they
with,
don't want to
passenger
locate
vehicles.
next to. I'm assuming they don't want to locate next to like Flying J or anything like that, right?
They don't have a problem with that whatsoever.
Okay, I'll send you something on Pima and I-10.
Perfect. Thanks.
I don't know exactly the area that you're referring to, but I feel like Rami over at SVN just has like so much dirt. It might be worth a call into him.
Okay.
Okay, so that concludes the festivities. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. I do, if you guys have 3 or 4 more minutes, want to ask you, if we get more people doing this and we're really tight and clean with the presentation, like, do you think this becomes something worth, an hour every other week or once a month, or, what's the cadence and the format that makes this a compelling, session to attend? Yeah, and assuming we'll invite a handful of more people to get more and more looks. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I would say every 2 weeks or monthly, depending on what kind of attendance we get. We may try, I don't know if we want to try next week or try 2 weeks from today and see if we can boost attendance. One every week may be a little overwhelming for folks.
Mm-hmm. Nick?
I would suggest monthly, just because 2 weeks, it could get too cumbersome and too management intensive. And quite frankly, our inventory doesn't change that sporadically, that quickly, in my opinion. Because like Jason can't talk about a couple deals, but when he gets ready to talk to it, chances are it'll be within a couple weeks. And so then it would still be fresh on a presentation for that whatever month, unless he misses the rotation. So.
Agree. Bobby?
Agreed, once a month, and I like Tuesday because it seems to cluster up at the end of the week. So it's a good time.
Yeah. Putting out fires on Monday is what I always feel like. Matt, Mark, thoughts on that?
Second, we go for monthly.
Agreed.
Okay. Does it make more sense to have more of like a buy, sell, and a leasing focus? Because you guys probably don't care about the other world, right? Too much. And Bobby, you do a little bit of both, guys. I mean, but really, you're predominantly buy, sell on this call.
Yeah, I
would
think
say
splitting it up is probably solid. There might be some, opportunities on the leasing side, just with, looking long term for, future investors looking for properties, depending on what the exit strategy is of, XYZ property. So it's always good to like just see what else people are working on as well, which is nice.
The funny thing is, here we are at 9:40, so we probably went for a solid half hour. We only got through 5 people.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna kind of hit a capacity. Like, how many presentations can you really cram into an hour? Or it's gonna be, the first 10 people who, get their info or some sort of rolling. I don't know. I haven't thought through that, but there's only so much.
It may be even useful, even if you don't have anything new and you don't plan on presenting, to still sit in and listen to what other people have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You almost have to do the reach out beforehand and kind of like nail the 10 presenters that you want to have, or 15, cap it that way. And then from there, if there's still time after that, maybe at the end, just say, hey, has anybody got anything that's not in the market yet? The call out right there. And then maybe that last 15, 20 minutes of the Zoom call would be the opportunities that you're talking about.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, some people are a little more long-winded than others. So what we've done is set a timer for 2 minutes and only allow them to present one property at a time, even if they repeat later, but one property, 2 minutes, and then somebody else goes.
Oh, 2 drinks. This is awesome. Oh, Bobby, this is great. I can't wait to run into you. I'm going to make you buy 2 drinks now. And make sure you tell them that got to turn their phone on silent.
Good call. Well, we were pretty good here. Well, awesome, guys. Thanks this was a little bit of a pilot, an experiment for me and all of you guys. I mean, it didn't feel that inadequate on Zoom, right? I mean, you saved a drive, you saved maybe you saved a cocktail or two, but
Thank you.
Still get some of the meat and potatoes.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Now she's got her other phone ringing. What the heck?
Are you guys all fine with me making this available like on YouTube? If someone wants to watch back, we could kind of kind of seed it as, you know, a preview of what we do a month out, and hell, get your deals out in front of a few more eyeballs. You know, there's only so many people who can meet at this exact time on this exact day. So, you know, giving them the ability to rewatch it, I think puts more eyes on what you're working on. Cool. Cool. Okay, awesome. Well, great to see you guys all. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
All right, thanks.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Take care.
putting this together, Sean.